Well, happy Wednesday, everyone. It's Wise Women's Wednesday. Come on in. Who's here? I'll just stay here and watch for y'all. Aha. I see people coming in. Yay. Hello, Catherine. How are you today? Hi, Trisha. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is 62, y'all. I just turned 62 today. You know what? You can't deny it. Own it. I'm owning it. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Denise. Aw, Vanessa, thank you. It is a good day. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Denise. Thank you. A lot of happy birthdays there. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Renee and Catherine. Gosh, thank you so much, everyone, for the birthday greetings. It's been lovely. I woke up to a lot and a lot of text messages and what have you, so that was wonderful. Marla called me and has a little surprise I'm excited about. Hi, Yolanda. Who else said hello? Carla. Nice to see you. Hi, Jennifer and Doris. Good afternoon. Thanks, everyone, for joining me today. Congratulations. What, on my birthday? Yep, I made it another year around the sun. How do you like that? Thank you, Rebecca and Lucy. Thank you, Jenny and Sue. Thank you so much, everyone. Here it is. It's my birthday. What are you going to do with it? Like I said, I am owning 62. This is going to be the best year ever. Although, our website's down. There was an update done and it took everything down. And I have to say, that is just not my idea of a good birthday, is having your website down. But, hopefully we're going to have that all taken care of shortly. So just prayers, everything, if it's not a supplier, it's a website, it's a something. So just keep all of that, if you would, in prayer. And, if you've been trying to place an order, do come back. Do come back and place that order as soon as it is up. I have sort of a random idea of what we're going to do today. Just random. It's my birthday, for heaven's sakes. I can do whatever crazy thing I want. And you guys are here to help me to do it. I appreciate that. And yes, thank you so much. Yeah, the prayers and everything. Rosemary said 62 is a baby, from an 84-year-old follower. Well, you are a blessing, Rosemary. I enjoy the fact that you show up and that you're such an encouragement. You are. I appreciate that. Thank you. Our quote of the week, I'm going to get right into it, is that hope and fear cannot occupy the same space. Invite one to stay, from the absolutely exquisite Maya Angelou. I love her. She's just, talk about a wise woman. She was a wise woman. I believe she's still with us. And, she's left her mark. Hope and fear cannot occupy the same space. Invite one to stay. So today, I am inviting hope to stay. I am inviting hope to stay and to live in my house, in my heart, in my home, in my soul, in my brain, in my words. Hope is where it's at, ladies. This is where it's at. Otherwise, we're not left with a whole lot. We feel like we're always scrambling, don't we? That we're always striving. But I meditate on this one a lot this week, because it's just really is a good quote. We have a Ships Free, believe it or not. Our Ships Free thing is all of our wise women's products. We have the Body Clutter Tea. We have all of the supplements. CoQ10, Wise Women's B Complex, which is methylated, which should be good news for everyone, because that means everyone can get the benefit. CalMag on the appropriate ratios, meaning this is much better for you than the old version. And vitamin D, because we all need a little help. These things were formulated with a formulator based on the latest science. So take a look at them. Go to savingdinner.com. Don't do that. If you could, write it down though. Go to savingdinner.com/wise when you have an opportunity. And don't forget, if you order $200 worth of product, I will send you this lovely little mindful mug. $100 for $5. You throw it into your cart for $5, and I'll send it to you. And don't forget, ships free is our code in our store, which is not online right now. Okay, so this is live. So if you're watching this and it's recorded, I'm sure it's already back up. Wow, that just kind of took the wind right out of my sails. Cooking is at 4 p.m. today. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing something though. So you just show up at 4 p.m. Eastern, right here, same channel, and I'll be cooking something. On Fridays, we do Q&A. All you have to do is send an email, and in the subject line, put question for Leanne on Friday, and it goes to support@savingdinner.com. That's it. That's what I want you to know. Also, if you have just completed the sprint and you've got a testimonial, I want to see it. If you have testimonials, send them to support@savingdinner.com. Put testimonial in your subject line so that we can see what you're up to and how we've helped and influenced you. We like to know these things because we want to keep doing more of the same stuff that supports you and helps you and encourages you in your journey as a wise woman, as a woman who's after everything she can get, trying to create the most vibrant life possible. That's what we're about. That's what we do. We do it with our menu plans. We do it with our private programs, our small programs. We do it with the sprint. We do it with so many different ways. And each and every day we get on here and twice a day to support you and encourage you in any way that we possibly can. So let us know, how can we keep that up? Also, for all of you who have supported us by becoming a Dinner Answers member, thank you. It is still $7 a month. And every single week you get menus, recipes, and shopping lists, a whole plan for no matter how you eat. We don't care. We are agnostic when it comes to that stuff. We just want to make sure that you're getting what you need, how you want to eat, the food that you like. And you have complete access, 100% access to our entire database. How do you like that? Of all those recipes after all those years, that's what we do. So today I was thinking about oh man, what do I even talk about? Random stuff. And I pulled out, sometimes I do that. I pull out an old journal, take a look and read some of the things that I'm thinking about. And I've got a journal page here of just random ideas and random things. And I'm going to talk about them. And they're random. You can't really, hook them all together. Maybe you can. Maybe I will. Who knows? I'm just going to talk. And I also found, as I was going through all my stuff here, I found a list that I had made of all the things that I found that are self-care. And on this, it's just like a huge self-care page that I made. And I want to talk about those too, because this is, these are just things that are supportive. And I think as wise women, we're looking for things that support our decision to become wise women. And, it is a decision to become wise. You don't just sort of become wise. It doesn't just land on your head. How many times have you seen an older person that isn't wise? An older person that's just like an old cranky person. Their mistakes haven't taught them. Their life hasn't taught them. They've just become old and ornery. That's no good. To become wise is to make a very proactive decision to decide in your prefrontal cortex that's the path that you want. Otherwise, you're just, staying there, taking up space in your life and becoming horrible. I don't know. The older people that I know in my life that are lovely are wise. The older people in my, I don't have any really, but the older people that I've had in my life that have been cranky and ornery and awful and have grown bitter and all of that are not wise in the least bit. There is a whole thing, but that, as every year when we have a birthday, and I think I can speak about that especially today, There is another, another trip around the sun. Are we going to learn and become wise? Are we going to take all of those mistakes and all of those horrible things and any kind of life experience that we've had and learn from them instead of allowing them to cause us to become bitter and angry and actually repetitive because we keep doing it again? Learning from our mistakes gives us a starting spot, really. It's like the launch pad into wisdom if we're wise enough to take that as a lesson. Otherwise, we're doomed to repeat it. So I have some of these things, and one of the things about was starting with appreciation, and I wrote this down. Sometimes the difference is appreciation, and that's what's holding you back. That is a really good thing. These are just like, first thing in the morning, that's when that's when all the stuff comes up for me anyway. But first thing in the morning, sometimes the difference is appreciation, and not being appreciative is what will hold you back. If you're not appreciative, you're not seeing, you're not observing, your curiosity is squelched, your vision for your own life and the people's lives around you is stunted. I was thinking about that the other day. Without gratitude, how beautiful can life be? It can't. If it would have to require, it would require really everything to be perfect and never missed, never a bump in the road. Because all you can see is goodness or is perfection. If that's all you can see, and I know I'm kind of stumbling all over the place, but bear with me for a minute because I think this is worth talking about. If in your life you have no appreciation or no gratitude, and life has to be just so, or you go into hand-wringing mode, or you go into complaining mode, or whatever, and you can't see that maybe the distraction or the little side trip, sidebar, the bump in the road, the sight being down, is actually an opportunity to be appreciative. And that's what I've been trying to do for the last hour is say, I'm appreciating that something is being done right now on that site and is making it better. It's not been taken down by hackers. It's not been done any of this. We have work going on the site. Those are the things I'm going to be appreciative of that. When we can be appreciative of these things and when we can be appreciative of what's going on in our lives, our hearts swell with gratitude. And gratitude just opens the door to absolutely everything. It makes our lives juicy and delicious and wonderful. And any little thing, even something we hadn't planned on, can make our lives better. So that's one of my random thoughts that I have on this day. The second one that I have is love your body and make amends. And I wrote that because how many times have you cursed your thighs, or you've cursed your belly, or you've cursed your stretch marks, or you've cursed your weight, or you've cursed yourself because you say, I don't have enough willpower, I don't have this, and I don't have that. Well, I've shared with you before that I really believe that a body that's not loved is not going to cooperate with you. If you're not taking care and loving your body right now where it is today, with all the weight, with all the, hanging skin and the stretch marks and the this and the that and the cellulite, if you're not loving it right now as it is, then you're not going to get to the place that you want to get. Think about this. This is an actual experiment that took place, and I've seen this, is they had two houseplants. One houseplant was yelled at by their owner, still watered every day, still given everything that it needed, the right amount of food. And another houseplant was watered every day, given the right amount, and spoken to sweetly. That houseplant thrived. The other one did not. And this is what happens to us. Can you imagine? This is a plant. What about us? And what about when we're the ones pulling all that negative stuff right on top of ourselves? What happens there? What happens there? No appreciation, no gratitude for those legs that have gotten you around, that the arms that have held those crying children and loved your family. No appreciation, no gratitude, just hateful comments to yourself. Looking at your legs and just saying they're just, not beautiful bikini model bodies. So what? I've said this to you before and I'll say it to you again. Our goals are to live vibrant, healthy, optimal lives, playing full out in everything that we do and enjoying and loving our families. I found so many pictures of me missing. I missed out on so many family pictures because I didn't want to be in the picture because I was so concerned with what I looked like. That is not the way to live your life. And until I made amends with my body and loved it right where it was at its 237-pound weight at that time, I wasn't able to really lose the weight. It just held on for dear life. An unloved body is not going to work optimally. Until you make amends with your body, you're not going to get where you want. You're just not. Love your body, love yourself, and know that love is going to spill out into the action that you want. You'll be able to lose the weight. You'll be able to do the exercise. You'll be able to do the things that you want to do. But you can't curse yourself like that. Another one that I have is to make an agreement with your body that there's no more of this. And to make, not only to make amends, but to write a letter to your body that you love it. I have a letter that I wrote to my body making amends. And I think this is a good exercise. And I think if you have been in this position where you have cursed yourself and not loved yourself right now, right where you are today, that I think you should take this exercise really seriously. Because here's the thing that that we do. If we don't love ourselves right where we are, then we are that, unloved redheaded stepchild that you hear about, right? We are shunned and put aside, and we shun and put ourselves aside when we don't love ourselves where we are right now. So if we can stop fighting it and just admit that this is what's been going on, this is what that inner conversation has been about, and what we say about ourselves, what we say to our girlfriends about what we look like and who we are and all of that, then we need to get past it. And to get past it is to make amends. Offer the apology. Offer the love and the acceptance, and watch what happens. Honor and respect the process, and put the process in place, because you can't change a body that you hate. I'm telling you, this is just my random bring it out here, because today I did not prepare for the show. I just wanted to get on here and just to say that, these are some things that I think are just really crucial for all of us, is to get into that place. Because I know what you're thinking, and I know how you think it, because I do the same thing myself. I know how it feels to just, to look in the mirror and to just not love what you're seeing. And you know what? You can, at the same time, just say, okay, well, we've got some work to do here. Turn it around, flip it around. Instead of the self-loathing, just say, okay, so we've got some work to do here. Not a big deal. And remember, how do we lose weight? We lose weight 1, 2, 3 ounces at a time. It's not pounds at a time. And you don't transform overnight. It is a transformational process, though, that you agree on with your body. And if we can do that and honor and respect the process that we need to get there, then it's going to go so much smoother. And there will be gratitude every single day. I remember this when I was, going through the whole process of getting a lot of that weight off. Where I am right now is not exactly where I want to be, but I'm not looking in the mirror and cursing myself anymore. Cursing yourself is basically, it's self-loathing. You've seen these, and you think about it this way. Think about those kids that are young kids who cut themselves and they do all this self-harm. We're doing that with our words to ourselves. In my day, if I can say that I'm 62 years old. I can pull the in my day card out, can I? But in my day, I never saw anybody cutting themselves or doing any kind of self-harm like that. Maybe it was happening and I just didn't know about it and it wasn't quite so prevalent. But we do it every day when we speak to ourselves in such horrible terms. If we heard somebody speaking to our child like that, we would slap them across the face. We would ban them from our play group. We would not allow those people into our homes. And yet here we are doing that to ourselves in such a horrible, horrible way, in a way that is hateful and awful. But if we can take the emotion out of it and just stand to the side for a minute and say, okay, look, yeah, I've got some work to do here. But I love that body. I love those legs that held my baby in their arms and walked back and forth and gave that baby comfort when he was upset. I love this whole entire body with the stretch marks because I gave birth to that child of mine. It housed a child. It grew the miracle of life inside of me. All of these things, when we look at and have the great appreciation for the way our body works, the miracle of life, and who we are, we see things differently. And we understand that we are children of the Most High God. And He calls us daughters. That much love He has for us. If He has that much love for us, how can we loathe ourselves so much? How can we do that? This is not what wise women do. Wise women understand the miracle of their bodies. And you know that one quote that I told you that I really love and I can't properly, give credit to, but we are souls in bodysuits essentially. We have this bodysuit, but it's our soul. And our soul is, I remember I woke up with that God is the lover of our soul one morning. And He's the lover of my soul. He's the lover of your soul. And do you think He's sitting there and criticizing you over your stretch marks? Do you think? Or the size of your body, or that your thighs aren't pretty? Do you think that's happening? I think we need to put all of these things into perspective, especially right now. We're surviving this pandemic, and we're all a little scared and weary of it, and wondering, and we've got 8 million ideas of what the whole thing is about. And in the meantime, here we are trying to live our lives, trying to understand this whole conversation that we're having with ourselves, that this doesn't seem to end. And I believe if we can flip it around a little bit and start taking the emotion right out of it and stop with the hateful stuff and not allow it, dispose of it and say, no, that's not right. Because if you can't change a body that you hate, then you're hating the very container of your soul. And that's just not right. That's like saying, somebody handing you a birthday gift and saying, oh, I don't want that package. Well, inside, there's something beautiful. Even if you don't like the outside, inside there's something beautiful. And that's you. That's me. We are creations and put here on purpose at this time for a reason by God Himself. He doesn't make junk. And He doesn't make mistakes and say, oops, I shouldn't have put you here, especially with those big fat thighs and stretch marks. Good grief. What am I going to do with that? I think that puts the perspective in place. And while, yes, we all want those cute size 6 jeans, and yes, we all want to be better versions of ourselves and to be fit and to be strong and all of those other things, we're works in progress, right? Can we just pull the emotion out of it, the emotion that's hateful and awful and wrong to ourselves, pull it out? Pull it out. And instead, take a look, figure out a strategy, and start working on the things that you can work on. The rest of it, let it go. Aren't we past this stuff? Haven't we grown up enough to understand and to know the wisdom that's from on high? Don't we know that? The wisdom from on high is that we are loved and we are beloved. And the wisdom from on high is that we're chosen right now, today, to be here. And that is overwhelmingly amazing when you think about it. And the fact that you're even here is overwhelmingly amazing when you think about it. And for us to get so icky picky and start taking and tearing ourselves down is ridiculous. We're big girls now. We're wise women now. It's time for us to take a step back and to say no more. I will love myself. I will appreciate myself. I will appreciate these legs that have walked miles with my family. I will appreciate these arms that have held and loved my family so much. And I'm going to appreciate the fact that I have a mouth to speak truth. I'm going to appreciate the fact that I have friends and family. I am going to have such gratitude. My heart is going to swell right out of my chest. That's a choice that we can make. And we all know, too, that the decisions that we make or the non-decisions that we make are still decisions, that the decisions that we make will redirect the path of our lives if we choose them to. And I don't know about you, but I'm choosing that. I'm choosing gratitude every single freaking day of my life from now until I'm called home. I am choosing that. Gratitude first. Gratitude is going to pave the way of my entire life. And when I start to fall back into this craziness of starting to just nitpick at stuff that's so dumb and so not important, the fact that I have two legs that I can walk on and go up and down the stairs easily, I don't have any of those aches and pains. I don't have any. Why would I do that to myself? It's a temptation, but it's also a great insult to the Creator above. He made us and gave us so much. He gave us so much. And yet, how often have we gotten into this place of just putting ourselves down and being so hateful to ourselves? He loves us so much. He loves us more than anything, and he put us here on this earth at this time. I'm going to say that 1,000 times because it's so important to understand that you have been chosen and placed on this earth for a reason and a purpose and a mission. Keep that in mind when the hateful discussion goes on in your head. And keep in mind that you can make amends with yourself at any moment. That you can bless your thighs. You can bless that tummy that carried those children. You can bless those arms that have reached out and held a crying friend. You can bless yourself as much as you can bless others. And when you do, it's going to bless others. Gratitude needs to be the directional, your true north. Because gratitude, if it's paving your path, it's going to give you the most vibrant life you've ever lived. Till now, you can have a vibrant life because we always have to be doing this, right? We always have to be asking ourselves these questions. Is what I'm doing right now going to help me create a vibrant life? Is it? Because your vibrant life is going to be infectious. That's the kind of infectious we want too. It's going to be magnetic. People are going to want that in their lives. That kind of positivity. And you have the ability to do it at any moment, at any time. Just stop the hateful rhetoric. Stop it. Wise women don't do that. Wise women instead see it, unplug it, and redirect it with gratitude at the front of their path. It'll do the trick. That's all I got for you today. I told you I didn't have anything planned. This is just random stuff from my journal. And thank you so much for all the birthday greetings. And it looks like they're getting the website back up. Yep, here we go. Yep. Apache has died for some reason, and it's getting taken care of. You know what? I'm going to just tell you this right now. I have all the faith in the world that everything is going to be taken care of, right? that's it. That's all I can do. And I am grateful, I'm appreciative, and you guys have absolutely lit my life up. You have no idea how much you have given me. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, for being the amazing women that you are. You are all loved and beloved. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Peace.